We finally got some schools that are actually after Chad Baker-Mazara yesterday, thanks to Mr. Jeff Goodman, Goodman Hoops, who yesterday reported that Kentucky, Arkansas, Ole Miss, and Providence are talking to Chad Baker-Mazara. Now, I want to add this caveat. I believe Goodman revealed this on his show with Rob for the Field of 68 yesterday, which I think came out yesterday morning shortly after Florida landed Denzel Aberdeen, or excuse me, Kentucky landed Denzel Aberdeen. And it feels like reports out of Kentucky camper that they are not taking anybody else now that they've taken Aberdeen. So the timing of that might move that around, right? I don't know if Goodman was reporting that prior to that or after that. I think it was prior. I get the sense Kentucky's not after Baker-Mazara. So that would leave us with Arkansas, Ole Miss, and Providence. Or you could tell me Mark Pope's trying to pull a fast one here and sneak add Baker-Mazara to the mix. Seems reasonable. Seems like Kentucky's NIL wealth goes deep enough that they could do that. So I don't know. You can tell me what you think. Right now, the list is Arkansas, Kentucky, Ole Miss, Providence. Is Kentucky involved? Let's start there. Should they be involved still with Baker-Mazara?
So I don't think Kentucky should be involved. Also, did you see the report that Arkansas is not involved?
No.
Let me hold on. Let me double check
Oh,
this
I
real.
think I heard about there's like an Arkansas guy, like I don't want to say like a beat guy, but somebody who covers Arkansas basketball specifically that
I think it's for
disputed this
Arkansas.
report.
I think it's for Arkansas rivals. What's his name? Jackson Collier, JC Hoops on Twitter. Good follow by the way. Does a lot of Arkansas basketball recruiting and things like that. I actually do think he works for Arkansas rivals, if I'm not mistaken. But um, yeah, he confirmed that Arkansas is not recruiting them, recruiting Chad Baker-Mazara, that is.
Okay.
And that was confirmed by him and also Richard Davenport, who writes for Whole Hog Sports.
Okay.
100K followers, goddamn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm confused. I follow Jackson Collier as well. I he's a good follow. I know this. I just went to his profile to see it because somehow I missed this. And it's funny because the first tweet from him was 2 hours earlier. And it said, with the report that Arkansas is officially involved for Chad Baker-Mazara, I think Hog fans should look at the player more than the personality and realize he's exactly what this team is missing. And then 2 hours later, we're not recruiting him. So that's a little funny. Like, respectfully, they should be recruiting him, right? I was going to come here and my take was basically going to be Arkansas is the perfect landing spot for Chad Baker-Mazara.
It makes a lot of sense. I think that it would check out and make a lot of sense. It make a lot more sense than some of the other schools on that list.
Yeah, it's also worth noting, like in the actual release from Goodman and Doster here, the exact quote from Jeff was, "quote Not everybody is going to want Chad Baker-Mazara, but there are some teams that have called on him." So even with that, like listing Arkansas, Kentucky, Ole Miss, and Providence, I mean, maybe that's what happened here. Maybe Arkansas and Kentucky did call on Chad Baker-Mazara and rather quickly were like, no thanks. Look, to try and summarize the situation from what I can glean from this, feels like Baker-Mazara violated a contract at Auburn by going into the portal, and him and his agents think they can get a huge payday. But I think, teams are probably calling on this like, what's the number? And there's a buyout involved too. And the number's probably too high for anyone to want to put up with Baker-Mazara's downsides here. We interrupt this sleepers video to tell you about an offer from Underdog Fantasy. Cart, you love Underdog Fantasy, correct?
Of course I do. Can I have a moment real quick?
Please. Thank you for that. In fact, I'm going to cut you off because our listeners like when we keep these short and sweet. Underdog Fantasy. Sign up as a new user. Use promo code SLEEPERS. Get bonus funds up to $1,000, 50% of your deposit match. The NBA playoffs are rocking right now. I played Underdog last week with a Cade Cunningham line. I'm looking forward to doing it throughout the entire first round of the NBA playoffs, but there's more. You can place picks on golf. You can place picks on baseball. You can place picks on the NHL playoffs that are rocking right now. Join Underdog Fantasy, promo code SLEEPERS. Support this show so that we can keep bringing videos to you. Back to the video. Because he's a chaos agent. And there's already chaotic elements just to this recruitment potentially. So, do you think that's what's going on? Like, do you think Arkansas and Kentucky called and then we're just like, ooh, not for me?
Probably. Also, you said Ole Miss was on that list, right?
Ole Miss and Providence are the other two on the list right now, which I don't know. I would assume they both have financials that they could make
I,
work
I
here.
think I think Ole Miss definitely has financial. I feel like part of the part of classic part of keeping a hold of Chris Beard is that he got increased NIL resources and a commitment to more money on his contract. I think that would work out. I can see Ole Miss being a good ad for him actually, or a good spot for him.
Is leaving Auburn for Ole Miss a good decision?
No.
But Chad Baker-Mazara, not the greatest decision maker anyway. So
So here's where I'm at. There is no good decision. I think he made the wrong decision.
what is that?
There's no upgrade here.
Okay.
He left a program that did not care that he was a chaos agent, embraced him for what he was. He got a longer leash than a lot of different players that did in his situation. And I think he ruined that.
Like he basically he's like a really good, fun, entertaining movie that had a shit ending, and it was his fault it had a shit ending.
Yeah,
He's
basically.
he's the guy that wrote Lost.
I've never seen Lost.
Great television show, but horrible ending.
Sorry, I was about to make a 24 reference. That's not Lost.
Yeah, that
You
Jack
got the
Bauer.
same guy in it though?
No, not at all. I think
Oh, Liam.
they both have lead characters named Jack
Oh, thought it was Liam Neeson.
that not involved in either.
Okay, that I really got to be better at movies, but also Chad Baker-Mazara needs to be a better decision maker.
They're television shows. What's going to happen here with Baker Mazara? Do you think if he tries to go back to Auburn, do you think Auburn would actually welcome him back at this point, or is the bridge burned?
No, done. We're good too. We got players.
Is this going to end in Baker Mazara not playing college basketball?
So that's where I'm gonna go. This is gonna end with Chad Baker-Mazara just going and playing somewhere pro.
Okay, throw this list out because I do think that might be where this is headed. Who should take him? Like, if there's a crazy number being attached here, give me a school that you think should actually do this. Because I like the Arkansas proposal. I argued against Kentucky doing this just because I like what they have, and I don't think you want to ruin that. But I think there are schools that should do this. Give me one that should do this. Every single player in the country, your answer is go to Florida.
No, well, the thing is, because of his chaos agent status, you just need to send him somewhere chaotic. Like, go play for USC. Go play for Kansas State. Go, I don't even know, to be honest. Go play for Ohio State.
Well, there was smoke. Illinois wanted to be involved. We haven't heard a ton since, but like, would you like that or not?
No,
See, I would like that. I
you
would like
would?
it. Yeah, because I think a big part of this, in order for it to work, is he has to go to a place that knows how to handle crazy. Brad Underwood knows how to win with crazy. He's done it before.
That's true, I guess. But how crazy?
Pretty crazy.
Matthew Myers like crazy, like, you know, I drank a lot of Monster energy drinks. Chad Baker-Mazara is like, I'll get booted from a game when it means a lot and I'll hurt the team
Okay.
directly.
So a little more dangerous than crazy is what you're saying. So maybe he should go to a school that knows how to handle dangerous.
Yeah.
Nate Oates.
Oh, good God.
Why not? He's won. He's been a one seed with some pretty dangerous things going on. We glossed right over that one.
Where's he gonna go, G?
I think a school's going to pay him. I do.
You do?
And you know what? You know what? You know what? I respect my guy JC Jackson Collier. I'm a fan. I am a follower. I believe. I'm acting like I'm JC, like he's Jesus Christ. I'm a believer. Like
Yeah.
he's just a good follower.
He has risen.
Yeah. I'm gonna say he ends up at Arkansas. And the Arkansas people saying this isn't real. Maybe it's not real right now. I would bet you it becomes real. I think that is the answer that makes the most sense here.
I'll be out on my hogs if that's the case.
We'll see.